can't live life in disguise. Cause real recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tight like ties. On the industry advice, I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in the sky. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, had the lights on us. Flies to the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the ties fall off. You know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got a flavor them recipe. She breaks into me like an athlete. She two with the G's, and she no way. Eyes on the prize just to see how far I go. Shooting star, all over the globe. Hard work, all I ever know. So nobody could tell me I'm not wet my way and go. Yeah, I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone. The way they're looking at me.
We've had a few spotty showers since the early morning here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from being played at Commanders Field. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll motion McLaurin left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Let's go.
Now Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Let's go now.
Daniels looking to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Ready,
First carry for Ncaa. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. You talk about this Washington defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw is Williams. Sliding out of the pocket. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field. Things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Throwing is Williams. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This defense for the Commanders, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Set it. Hurt, hurt. Hurt, hurt.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Bears 7, Commanders 0.
Second down and 4.
Come on, set.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Play action. Now Williams rolling to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Hup.
To the air, Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Roma Ncaa with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Commanders nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
For 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Set. Check, go.
Throwing now is Daniels. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here's Daniels. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Washington Commanders.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Bronco 80. Ready.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
To throw, it's Williams. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this into the hands of Ncaa. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Bronco 18. Ready, ready.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go, set. Hut, hut.
To throw, Williams. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
21. Commanders nothing. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Davion Taylor charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Here is third and quite a ways.
Go!
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here we go, here we go, go!
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Powers through him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Now let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. A pass complete to Adunze. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Let's go now. Mustang 19. Get up.
Here's Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league, has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more, and throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes.
Ready up.
When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Here we go, shot.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Commanders, nothing.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
60 now. Shut up.
In motion left goes a tight end.
Ready.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 73 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
At 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Down.
Play action, now it's Daniels. They'll roll him out right. And oh, he coughed it up, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Come on. Set. Ready.
They go play action. Daniels. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
18. Pioneer. Go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. To throw is Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
79 Bronco. Let's go. Hut.
To the air goes Daniels. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Set go.
Eckler, they run left side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 47 yards. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second and 4. Flushed out right. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here we go, set. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready, ready?
From the gun, here's Williams. Forced out to his left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It was Deron Payne who got in there to make the play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
Back to throw. Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 5. A huge play there for Chicago. 52 yards.
Go.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there, with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Santos now to add the PAT. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Well, now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up 5?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
Commanders 7. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
This will take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Inside the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Commanders 7. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Set.
Now Daniels. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready, ready.
Daniels looking to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and goal from the 1.
Ready. Bronco switch.
Daniels going to try the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
Washington will line up for a 2-point conversion.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
He'll buy some time right. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Caleb Williams, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Set up.
Looking to throw. Daniels. His throw incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
Back to throw. Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Roll, roll, roll. Hey, hey.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, set.
Looking to throw is Williams. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Set up. Hut.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go! Check go!
Throwing is Williams. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the point after try for Santos. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bears 56, Commanders 22. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here we go, here we go!
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And his throw here's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go! Check smash, check smash. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ta-da!
Throwing now is Daniels. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Set, go! Hey, check that, street, street. Hot, hot.
Daniels going to throw for it. He's going to let it fly. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Santos with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And the connection not there. Incomplete. Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here.
Ready. Check go.
Here's Daniels. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'll be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Chicago, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Washington, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
need it. Cat. Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Share they G, put her front. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that end zone? I'm in the end zone, wrecking that Kenzo. My Kindle. I'm beneath though, going triple plat. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my mans, a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing. I'm on. I till I can't. Sorry, mama, yeah, I know that. It was me and bro, buck on the plate. Best believe we had 50 cent cake. I let the Audemars hang from my belt, so she know we ain't got no time to waste. And I let Audemars crunch the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in the tank. I'ma pull up just to stunt. Can't, all in your brain. I'm going Batman, I'm going bang. Come with the bang. What you gon' do? 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 Up in a what you gon' do?
I'm on a Sony lot, eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guap. If I get it to pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rice. I ain't got to mouth, let that in the past. My foot on the gas, the flow elevator, we facing my brad. How you on deposit the memo cash? Red light, yellow light, green light, go. The events, I take the bank home. I won't keep quiet, I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend caught want me alone. Not a my just to be your home. And I I'm a businessman, so I give her a loan now. 3 pumps in the chain from the Homer. Her Bucky a goner. Her get Bucky a goner. What you gon' do? 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 Up in a stunt.
I put the new 4Gs on the G. I dip into the bloody bottoms is underneath. Cause I might got it out the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my G. I remember hitting them all with the whole team. Now can't answer calls cause I'm balling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, deep, salty. All this designer on my body got me drip. Hey, straight up out the objects, I'm a big. If I got up, I'ma sip. I run the racks up with my queen like London and Nip. But I got rich on all these, I didn't forget back. I had to go through the struggle, I didn't forget that. I hopped inside of the Maybach and now I can sit back. Deep know me now, cause I got them big racks. Cause I'm getting money now, I know you heard that. Young, on the corner, I had to serve. Uncle fronted me some, had to get him back. We came up on dirty money, I gave it a back. Cut off the, then I gave my the new goof. Either you running. Got a New Orleans, man, that voodoo. And I'm that down, who knew? I put the new 4Gs on the G. I dip into the bloody bottoms is underneath. Cause I might got it out the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my G. I remember hitting them all with the whole team. Now I can't answer calls cause I'm balling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, deep, salty. I've been waking up to get the money, whoa. Got it bad, tatted, whoa. Da Vinci to my toes, 2 twins on both. I put it in new AP, the water like a boat. I was down bad on my, what was you? I know you turned your back on me just to get some wrecks. I seen you swerve back, cause I'm in the black back. New diamonds on me, flash, this ain't Snapchat. Cause I been getting paid. Yellow diamonds on me look like lemonade. Got my baby mama that new Bentayga. Tryna get a dojo like a sensei. Rolls Royce umbrellas when I'm in the rain. I just mind my business. I got brothers.
Tell me what you want and I'll tell you.
baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me. Young J-A-C-K-A-K-A, Rico like Suave, young Enrique, speaking at AKA. She's an alpha, but not around your boy. She get quiet around your boy. Hold on, don't know what you heard or what you thought about your boy, but they lied about your boy. Going dumb, and it's something idiotic about your boy. She wearing cheetah print, that's how bad she won't be spotted around your boy. I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me. Young M-I-S-S-I-O-N-A-R-Y. He's sharp like barbed wire. She stole my heart, then she got archived. I keep it short with a Lord Farquaad. All the girls in the front row, all the girls in the